You tuned in to the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
What up, my people? You tuned into the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. New Year's Eve is almost here. We're a couple days away from New Year's Eve. And you know, every year I got to end it with some type of top 5 list. Last year I did the top 5 rappers of all time. This year, we're doing top 5 comedians, stand-up comedians of all time. Of all time. This is now, your top 5 might be different than my top 5. This is my top 5. This is 7 days, top 5. So, to end the year off, let's get into it. Number 5, Bernie, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, Mac. Bernie Mac coming in at number 5. We're gonna go from 5 to 1. Bernie Mac. If y'all are not old enough, or if y'all too young and y'all missed the Def Comedy Jam era, if y'all missed the Kings of Comedy era, y'all missed a time. I'm sorry, but y'all missed a hell of a time as far as comedy. And man, like you had to be at the TV at night. Def Comedy Jam came on like I think it was Saturday night, late at night, like 11, something like that. They was gonna cuss on there. They all that. Like it was for a kid my age. It was like I loved it. And the style of comedy I like. Just so y'all know, the style of comedy I like is the type of stand-up comedian that it feels, and this is how I feel about any art, music, any type of art, movies. If the stand-up comedian, if it don't feel like an act, like if their stand-up persona is really truly who they are or really close to who they are, that's what I love. I don't like stand-up comedians who you can tell it's an act. You can tell he just going beat for beat, and he got his jokes written down, and it's the punch. You know what I mean? I like stand-up comedians that can get up there and they're just naturally funny, and really they're just presenting their authentic self on stage. That's the type of comedy I like, and that's the type of I like authenticity in my art, in my music, all that. So Bernie Mac. You know, Kings of Comedy, I think that's one of the biggest selling specials ever. Like, I think it's one of the biggest specials ever. And it was really the first time we really seen comics, especially black comics. I don't know about if any white comics got together and did it, but this is the first time that I seen black comics come together and do a whole special. And the crazy part is all of them was funny as hell, and they all killed it. And Bernie Mac, he was the headliner. He was the last one to come on. He was the last one. He got so many famous lines on that special. So, oh my goodness, milk and cookies. What you want? I want some milk. I want some milk and cookies. He talking about his stepkid. He talking about his kids he adopted. Keeping them up at night, talking about coming down the stairs, talking about she wants some milk and cookies late as hell at night, right? Just classic. The I ain't scared of you mother effers. That line. Bernie Mac was one, and R.I.P. to Bernie Mac. R.I.P. I know he's in heaven making God laugh right now, because that man is funny. And we strictly speaking on stand-up. We're not talking about this ain't movies, none of that. Is just strictly based on stand-up. Number 5, Bernie Mac. Number 4, Chris Rock. Chris Rock was a rock star. Now, I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all younger, y'all might only know Chris Rock for getting slapped by Will Smith. No. Before that, way before that, he was doing stand-up, and he was a rock star. Bring the Pain. I don't know if that's his first one, but that's one of his early ones. The Bigger, Blacker, and Uncut is one of my favorite stand-up specials ever. He came through and killed that special. Just this man, Chris Rock had his own video that played on MTV. Pastor, no, is it Pastor Cavassier? Pastor Cavassier. Pastor Cavassier. There is no sex. Let me tell you, there is no sex. It doesn't matter what she tells you, guys. It doesn't matter what she tells you. There is no sex in the champagne room. There is no sex in the champagne room. This man had his own song and video that was on like when MTV did the top 20 countdown, top 10 countdown. His video was on there. Now I know these days a lot of comedians, they do videos and all that, music videos, and they dabble in rap and all that. Comedians wasn't doing all that back then. This was back in the 90s. This man was a rock star, a plain out rock star. And hilarious, his delivery, the way he said certain things, the way his hand movements. He always had his hand like this. He always had his hand like this. Like he as far as stand up goes, he's one of the best to do it. Chris Rock coming in at number 4. Number 3. Drum roll, please. Richard Pryor. Richard the GOAT Pryor. Now, we gotta understand that all the rest of the comedians on this list, it really wouldn't. They really couldn't have did what they did without Richard Pryor. If Richard Pryor didn't do what he did, and he was a trailblazer. I'm talking about he started stand up in the 60s, like 68, 69, something like that. But he really, all his best work comes from the 70s and 80s. But this nigga was just unapologetically black and unapologetically him. Like he was just unapologetic on stage. At a time where, we talking about a time where even interracial dating wasn't even, was still looked down on, still frowned upon, still way more racist, still racism today. It was way, way worse back then. The 80s, the 70s, and 80s, this man was on stage just telling the truth to white and black people, just speaking the truth. And it was funny as hell. Yeah, one of my favorite bits is him killing the car, unaliving the car, right? He said the police came. He said, I went in the house. I said, the police came. He said he shot him, and his girl was trying to leave, right? His girl was trying to leave. He said, oh no, not in the car I bought. He said, He went out, he got the blick, shot his tire. He said, ooh, that felt good. And he said the tire went, whoo. Shot the other one, he murdered the car. Police coming. He said, I'm going in the house. Cause they don't kill cars. They kill niggas. they don't kill cars, they kill niggers. Right? One of his most famous lines, and he got a lot of them. Now, I didn't get hip to Richard Pryor till way after he had already way past. Like everybody else had knew about Richard Pryor. I didn't catch on to Richard Pryor till probably about like 2008. But when I did, it changed my life. Like I was like, how did I not watch this sooner? I went as soon as I found out about Richard Pryor's stand-ups and went and watched them. I was like, it blew my mind because the things he was talking about was controversial for the day for today, and he was saying this in the 70s and 80s. What, man? That man had heart. That man was brave to say the things that he said in the way that he said it. Richard Pryor, a lot of these comedians, that came after him really modeled the way they do stand up after him. So Richard Pryor, number 3. Number 2, and this is really like 1A and 1B, because until this week I had number 2 at the number 1 spot, and I had number 1 at the number 2 spot. But this recently I had a paradigm shift in the way I thought about and who I think is better as far as stand-up goes. Number 2, Cat Williams. one of my favorite, just the way, one of my favorite people is in general. Like this man, he's just funny. Like he's just naturally funny. He just naturally, he's witty. He's funny off the dome. Cause I didn't watch interviews. I didn't watch him roast people. Y'all done seen he roast that one radio show host, that girl, talking about she had her gnarl fingers. He's just witty as hell. And the reason why he's on number 2 and not number 1 is because his early work is great, like untouchable. Pimpin' Chronicles, all, like his first 3 specials, classics for sure. The first 2, and I still like his later work, like the work he's doing now and the work he did a few years ago. I still like it, but it's not on the same level as his first stand-up special or his second or his third, right? It's not on that level. Still good, still great, but not like all-time great. So that's why he slid down to number 2 for me. But come on, man. The first time I seen Cat Williams was in Next Friday, playing Money Mike, just stand out role. But his stand up is what really made me a fan, like a diehard fan. Is his stand up. You banging on bacon, nigga? What, you banging on bacon? Another comedian who got hella quotable. The way he talks that shit. Like he's really inspiring. He's really motivational in the way he does his stand up. Certain he'll get in his bag where he talks his shit, and he like, yeah, he's like, he comes out, it's us and it's them. It's us against them. Like he gets in that bag. I love it. Cat Williams, number 2. Really one A and one B, but for the sake of the list, number 2. Number 1, drum roll please. Oh, I ain't got no audience or no drummer. Definitely got no drummer. So drum roll please. Number 1, Dave Chappelle. And y'all probably already knew that's who it was gonna be, because a lot of people, this is the GOAT. Like he's the Tom Brady of this shit. He really is. Like the longevity and the greatness combined, how long he's been doing it, and the level that he's doing it at, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. And this is what put him on number 1 for me is the last Netflix special that just dropped, The Unstoppable Nigga Act. What he's talking about, and like Dave is really a great storyteller, and he's authentic in what he's saying. Like he just gets up there and talks. Like he had a special after George Floyd, after that happened, the special that was it was named after how many minutes that that the cop was kneeling on his neck. I think it was like the special was called like 7. It was like 7 minutes something seconds, or 8 minutes something seconds. On that special, that was a special, but he really wasn't. He didn't tell not one joke on that whole thing for real. He was really mad because he was talking about what was happening, about what was happening in America at that time, with what happened with George Floyd, and he was really pissed off, and he really goes at the man. He really goes at the system. Like he really speaks for the everyman, especially for the black everyman. He goes at the system. He's unapologetically black. I love it. Like he's very unapologetically political. Like he'll say whatever he wants to say. He goes at the people, the so-called people that are in control of this United States of America, of this world. He talks to that, right? He speaks to that. And his first special, Killing Them Softly, that's the first time I seen Dave Chappelle stand up. And a little fun fact, I had the DVD of Killing Them Softly. It was either the DVD or the VHS. I think it was the DVD. I used to rap. My first ever rap that I wrote, I put Killing Them Softly in the bars. I think I said something like, I'm killing them softly. I'm already hot. Get that chinchilla off me. That was the bar, right? So that's a little fun fact that my first ever rap, because I think I when I was writing, I had just watched the special and I had the DVD sitting right there. I'm like killing them softly. I like that. I like that sentence right there. Let me put that in the rap. I'm already hot. Get that chinchilla off me. So Killen's a great special, and that was way back in what, the early 2000s. And he's still doing it today. Man, them first them first two Netflix specials, classic. He just don't let up, and he's so real in his delivery. He's so funny in his delivery, and he really gives y'all game if y'all really listening. He's not just up there telling jokes, just like the last special. He's giving y'all game. He gave us game on the Jack Johnson thing. I did not know. I knew of Jack Johnson, didn't know of the Mann Act that was created to stop Jack Johnson because he was beating up all these white boys, right? Because he was the world champ and he was slaying they women. He was slaying all these white women. They was like, oh no, we got to stop him. They made a whole law for this brother. They made a whole law for this man to stop this man because he was unstoppable. Because they ain't like, because especially in that time, Jack Johnson was really fearless to say, look, I'm a free man. I should be free. I live in America. I'm gonna do what I want. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna do it. And he was just doing him, and they had to stop. And obviously, that time America was way more racist, right? Even in the laws and everything, segregation, all of that, right? So Dave Chappelle is giving you game, and he's funny as hell, and he knows how to. He's just great at storytelling. Like he could just sit there and tell a story, and you'll be engaged the whole time. And he's just funny. It's like he just one of the funniest comedians to ever do it. He's just the GOAT, just hands down. And I think by and large, if you ask people who's the best comedian, who's the best stand-up comedian, a lot of people, I'll probably say about like 80 to 90% is gonna say Dave Chappelle. Like 80% probably gonna say who's the best to do it? Dave Chappelle. You're gonna go. He's a legend for what he did. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. What y'all think of my list, and I want to know what is y'all top 5 comedians. Only stand up. Only stand up. Let me know in the comments who's your top 5. And like I said, this is my list. This is my list. Your top 5 is gonna be different. Everybody got their own, got their favorites. I could have called this my top 5 favorite comedians of all time, but this is the top 5 for me of all time. Top 5 comedians of all time. Let me know in the comments what y'all think of who's top. Let me know y'all top 5 in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. We got memberships, $1.99 a month. Shout out to the 2 members, Angela Reddick and John Paul. If you do become a member, I will shout you out in every video. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.
You're now listening to the 7 Day